Everyone checking in on the market. So we had a dip this morning that was bought slow and steady. We kept the daily uptrend, and essentially we had the reaction to Cohen testimony coming out. There's the reaction, and then the market says we don't care at all. And we bounced up to the high of the day at the end of the day. So what I'm watching is the hourly time frame, and the most important resistance level for me is 280.24 and 280.30, that double top. And I'm turning off extended hours here for clarity. When you turn extended hours on, the chart is less clear in my opinion. There's gaps, there's wicks, and I just want to watch that key resistance level, because if we break that level tomorrow, that tells me the bulls are back on track for continuation after establishing a new daily higher low. And if we cannot break that level, then we're still in the process of attempting to form that daily higher low. So the last key support level to maintain the uptrend was 276.35, and we're currently holding it in another healthy pullback, and it's all about that key level to see if we can head back up to the recent high of 281.31 and try and get that follow through. The RSI on the daily is just grinding 70 at this point, and we will lose the RSI uptrend if we lose the daily uptrend. But there's no sign of that at this point. Market shaking everything off and remaining strong. IWM, same thing, gap down open, quick dip, and bulls bought it. The daily support is 156.06. We bounced 6 pennies above that support level. Looking at the hourly time frame, we saw afternoon consolidation and attempting continuation. The bulls need to break 157.44 and 157.73 early tomorrow to be confident that that daily higher low has been established, and the bulls are going to try and make their way back up to the recent high. The only scenario that the bears have at this point is a 4-hour head and shoulders pattern, which would be this being our left shoulder, this being our head, there would be our right shoulder, and our neckline is a double bottom essentially, and that break would be very clear if that were to happen. So that's a pattern we're going to keep an eye on. It's up to the bears to prove something to us, because the bulls have such easily had control up to this point, and tomorrow will be very telling about what that right shoulder looks like. QQQ, bulls bought the dip. Higher low was 170.71, easily holding that level. Hourly time frame, trying to shift that momentum back in favor of the bulls. End of the day consolidation, trying to be a bull flag and trying to make their way up towards 174.25 resistance after a sharp pullback this morning. XLF was a bit of my guide today, where I said, I saw the weakness this morning and I saw XLF up at the high of the day, and it did pull back from there. But I said to myself and to the chat room, if we break the low of the day, then SPY can see some significant pullback and test that daily support level. If XLF does not break this low of the day, SPY is not going to go very far at all to the downside. And we held support, and then we just hit a new high of the day. So XLF was my guide to keep me from, succumbing to the quick pullback first thing and saying, oh, it's time to go bearish and, black swan event with Cohen. It's nice to establish a guide and just a clear rule like that, right? No emotion. There's no interpretation in that scenario. It's event A or B. Did we lose the low of the day on XLF, or is it still holding? And if the answer is it's still holding, then we know we're not going to see much SPY weakness. So XLF on the daily time frame, higher low is to 26.41, and we held 26. Let's see here. 26.36 is a double low. So again, that 4-hour head and shoulders pattern is potentially here as well. Left shoulder, head, maybe a right shoulder. Just the fact that the key support is very clear on both IWM and XLF to try and maintain that double low. And if it were to roll over and break into the end of the week, that would be very notable. But again, that's the only hope that the bears have right now. VIX giving us just another daily lower high. Anything under 1730 is a lower high. Saw a nice couple day bounce, but closing at the low of the day, and it looks like 1620 might be our new lower high, and we're heading back down towards 1340. If the bulls are going to change this trend, they have to hold 1340 and then turn around and break 1620 to give us a higher low and then break the lower highs. That's the only hope for the volatility bulls, to try and see some shift in momentum. Trying to look for an inverse head and shoulders pattern here. Not there. Not clear. Oil got some follow through on its bounce. We're still watching the 4-hour because resistance was very clear at 57.47. We had a bullish reaction to the inventory report. If we lose the hourly uptrend, which is still clearly intact, trying to form an hourly high or low now, but if we lose the hourly uptrend, we're going to say a 4-hour equilibrium is likely with our high, low, lower high, and then we'll look for a higher low in the low 56s. If we keep the hourly uptrend, it's a potential cup and handle pattern. So if we see very brief consolidation and hold on to the strength, we'll watch for the potential cup and handle. So what the hourly time frame does overnight is going to be very telling. Can it remain intact or is it lost? And right now, 56.29 is the higher low. Anything above it is still another higher low. If we were to bounce and follow through from this level, our new higher low would be 56.87, but we haven't bounced enough off of that level yet for it to be a convincing higher low. Natural gas is pretty much ideal consolidation. We did pull back pretty hard, but the bulls bought that dip significantly. We do have the inventory report tomorrow to be aware of, but this is ideal consolidation after a 6-day bull move. It's a bull flag. This would be our higher low and then higher high confirmation. And if we can get a bullish reaction to the inventory report and break 284, we will begin to negate the weekly bear flag. So it's all about whether this bull flag gets follow through on a bullish reaction to the inventory report or a bearish reaction to the inventory report, which sends us back down towards 270. So bulls are liking this setup, and I would be liking this setup a lot more if I didn't have to worry about the uncertainty of the inventory report. But bulls are looking pretty good. Let's see if they can get that follow through. So as we head into tomorrow, we're watching the 4-hour time frames on some of these charts, and let's see if SPY has that head and shoulders set up. It's a little bit different, but it is still there. So again, that's the only hope. It's not the likely scenario right now because the likely scenario is continuing with the uptrend. And 280.40 or 280.30 key resistance for SPY bulls to prove their strength to me. And we're watching IWM and XLF double lows of consolidation. Bulls have to hold those for the rest of the week. And if they do, they stay in control steering the ship. If they don't, then weekly consolidation will begin to be underway, in my opinion. I appreciate you watching. Hope you had a good day out there. We'll see you tomorrow.